Alright, so we're in Yosemite. I'm going up to Glacier Point right now, and then I'm gonna come back and do a hike to Sentinel Point. You're supposed to be able to see El Capitan and Half Dome from that hike, so after that I'll go down into the valley. I haven't actually been into the valley yet, but this is the first real overlook that I've gotten. It's pretty impressive. I'm excited about this one. It's kind of all the bald mountains and stuff. It stands out from a lot of the other mountain ranges I've seen so far, so this will be a fun trip. All right, there's the dome. So it's not too much further. Just have to be careful on the snow. But it looks like worst comes to worst, you're just gonna slide back down to this spot, not, you know, off the cliff. So there's Half Dome right over there. You can see Yosemite Falls, and then over there is El Capitan, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. But this is supposed to be a pretty cool hike just because you can see all three of those things from one spot. Pretty much everywhere else in the park you have to like drive to a vista and just look at one or maybe two of them. So it's kind of neat to be in one of the few places in Yosemite where you can see all three. Also over there at Yosemite Falls, looks like there's a trail that runs up the side of it, which would be pretty cool to hike. We all know I'm all about climbing to the top of waterfalls. It looks like a long trail though. I'll have to think about it and do some research. That'll be a not today thing. There's El Capitan right there. I want to get a cool photograph of it while the sun is setting. So I'm gonna keep heading up the road. There's a place called Valley View that's supposed to be a good vantage point for getting photos. And then there's another place where there's a tunnel, and that's where Ansel Adams took one of his real famous photos of the valley. So both of those places would be really cool. I'm gonna kind of see which one I like better. So I have figured out what hike I'm gonna do tomorrow. Half Dome is still closed for another month before they put the cables back up, so I won't be able to hike Half Dome, unfortunately. But I can get to a place called Yosemite Point, and that does go along the Yosemite waterfall. So I'll get to hike along the waterfall and then also get up to Yosemite Point. So that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. It'll probably take about 5 or 6 hours. So a good majority of the day will be that. And then afterwards I'm gonna head on back towards Fresno and try to get back towards the Pacific Coast Highway. Hopefully I can find a shower and a laundromat somewhere in the Fresno area too, because for goodness sake, it's getting rough. I need to get cleaned. Well, I accidentally drove past one of the locations I was thinking about taking a photo at. So I just went to the Ansel Adams spot because I wasn't really able to loop back around to the other one. Everything's like a big one-way loop here in Yosemite, so sometimes you can get back around to it, but in that case, like, I missed it, and I missed it, so it's over. But this shot is really cool, and it's like an iconic photo and stuff. So I'll do like a black and white picture or something. It can be my homage. Well, the sunset was kind of a dud. Didn't really get any pretty lighting, and the clouds weren't like super interesting, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna head on back to that camping spot and try to get rested up for that hike tomorrow. Alright, I figured I should go ahead and show off this camping area. It's just a big parking lot that's meant for people to come out here and do some sledding over there on the hill, is my understanding. But for the rest of the year, it's really not used at all. And it is on a national forest, so anyone can just come out here and park. And so there's kind of a mixture. We have people, you know, some people are tent camping, hammock camping. A lot of people are in vans, some people in some RVs, all kinds of stuff. So it's a neat little area. It's really pretty. There's like no light pollution here, so you can see stars really well up in the sky. There is no cell service here though, so it is kind of off the grid. But it's a nice place. It's quiet. Everyone here is super friendly and stuff. So it's been a good camping spot for the past 2 nights. All right, so there's the top of the waterfall. It kind of cascades down. There's like a lower falls, and then that point right up there is Yosemite Point. So we'll hike to the top of the waterfall and then go around up to that point. I think this will be the biggest hike I've done so far. It'll be definitely the highest elevation gain. I think it's over 3,000 feet. I don't think it's quite 4,000 feet elevation gain. It's probably 3,500 or 3,700. So it'll be a lot. Gotta get going. Alright, so this is one of the lookouts along the trail. I'm not sure the name of it. I think it's Point Lookout, but I have absolutely no clue. I think it's the halfway point, so we're halfway point to the top of the waterfall. Still have a little way to the peak, but it doesn't look as menacing anymore.
Thank you.
Alright, so there it is. That's Upper Yosemite Falls. We're gonna get some sweet pictures of this one. So I just met another dude from South Carolina. That's the first. Super cool guy. We were talking about like local high schools and stuff. It's the funniest thing, all the way here in California. We followed each other on Instagram, so we might meet up sometime and do a hike up in North Carolina or something. All right, so we're on the top of the mountain now. It looks like a totally different place up here. It's weird. Top of the waterfall is right over here, so we'll check that out and then head over to Yosemite Point. Here it is. Made it to the top. Cool, you can see like a rainbow in it. Oh, there's the mist. It's funny, there was this lady I was talking to yesterday and she was like, oh, it's a terrible view at the top. But this is like super cool. What the heck? Alright, so this is Yosemite Point. We made it. It's the end of today's hike. You know? It's a pretty crazy view of the valley. I mean, you can see a ton of stuff. You really, I guess, you know, that Sentinel Dome over there, I think, the hike I did yesterday, it's a much higher elevation. It's almost the same elevation as Half Dome. But just this angle of Half Dome, you really kind of get an idea of just how big it is. I don't think any picture I can take of that's going to do it much justice. If you come here to Yosemite and you're gonna hike, especially if you're gonna hike the Yosemite waterfall anyways, it's only an extra mile up here to Yosemite Point, and it's definitely worth it. Yeah, and check this out. There are some deer over here, just hard chilling, as the running joke now goes in the comments. Yeah, they don't even care that I'm here, except for that one. He's looking at me like, yeah, don't walk over here, buddy. Hi guys. Anyways, I'm telling you, since I ran down Angel's Landing, it really, I mean, I didn't run this whole thing because a lot of it's pretty sketchy getting down. But when it kind of flattens out like this, it's a lot easier. You just have that downward momentum, you know? Like right here, the sand is really kind of loose, so it's easy to lose your footing. But once you start running, it actually gets easier. I don't know. You just kind of roll with it, I guess. Well, this seems like as good a place as any to end this video. Thank you for hanging out in Yosemite with me. I appreciate it. It was good fun. This place is cool. It's very unique looking. So I'm super glad I got a chance to come here. So I need to work my way back across California. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna probably briefly stop in Fresno, maybe try to find a place to take a shower, you know, things like that. And then I'm gonna get back to the coastal highway and finish out driving that, at least up through San Francisco and then a little further. We'll go through Big Sur. I think there's some places you can camp in Big Sur. I don't know. We'll find out. But anywho, I will see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.